Aquarius. Aquarius. Sun, moon, rising, north node. You just have it heavy in your chart, whatever. Aquarius. Oh. So I picked up my was this palm reading cards. I bought this last year, never opened it until now because I was like, why do I have this? I'm not using it. So I'm using it with you. Of course, I started out with you because you guys will at least be patient with me a little bit as I make sure I try to get this message out how it needs to be put out there. So before I get to the cards that I've already pre-drawn for you when it comes to the palm reading cards, of course I had to check in with my tarot to see what's popping. And so the first card that came out was the Seven of Cups for you. So you have a lot of options. It could feel like there's illusions being drawn at you, like people don't really know what you've been through and how much you've learned and how much you've grown and now how much you are. It's going to be really tough from here on out, especially if you're coming to this message right now, you're watching this video right now, you have went through some storms, not just one storm and like, oh, okay. No, you've been through some megalithic storms in your life. And so, but you don't look it. You don't look it. People would never know that you've been through so much and that you've learned so much. You still have this youthfulness about you that may look a little naive to some, just goofy, kind of like, not tripping really off of things. You're not letting things get to you. You're doing your best not to worry about things. You're staying in a constant state of balance and centering yourself and always remembering to realign yourself with your goals, with your passions, with your desires. But most importantly, not getting caught up in the worry, right? Not being stressed out about things because you've already been through so much. You already know that everything's going to work out. It's just going to suck while you go through it. So it's this real energy of being able to see through the illusions and being able to see those people who are truly for you and will truly have your back, and those people who are snakes, in the grass. You are able now to see them so much clearly now. It's you're not phased. They can't get you, or they can't trap you down with promises of money, of riches, of glory, of fame. They just can't trap you down with that. You are truly got your mind, your focus is on to the next level where you are headed. You are definitely evolving and you went through a spiritual transformation that happened, that needed to happen, that lets you um, be able to use all of the information that you've learned and that you're still learning, right? The second card that popped out was the Three of Pentacles. So was that no, I slipped the card, my bad, y'all. It was the Four of Cups reverse. Was the next card that popped out. It was the Three of Pentacles upright, which gave me let me know that you are about to come into collaboration with another person or people who are really going to help you move forward in the way that you desire to move forward in. um mm. And there was something else with that. It was almost like something going on behind the scenes that you are unaware of. Somebody possibly considering coming forth with an opportunity for you or with an offer for you. And you're really going to have to tap into everything I just talked about with you being able to see past the delusions and the illusions that people put before you in order to fool you and trick you, because they look at you and they don't know that you are very, very wise because you come off very youthful and naive. And so you be aware of that as you are moving forward and working with people in the future, is that they don't see you the way you know you are, right? You know who you are, but they don't see that off rip. They have to get to know you, which is hard because you're not going to just expose all of who you are, because you probably went through something which caused you to be more conservative with your life. So So that's just a heads up from spirit. There was something else there, but I'll let that come when it needs to come. Sorry, y'all. Yes, I will let that come when it needs to come. So, oh, and then, no, actually, let me just do these cards real quick. Then I'll show you the rest I got from the tarot. So, with these, you're most likely a millennial or a late Gen Xer, so an ex-millennial, because all the cards, first of all, it's a lot of Uranus in these cards, but also the sequence, the number sequence 89, 90, 84, 91, 92. It just makes me believe that whoever's watching this is an Aquarius or has heavy Aquarius Uranus energy in their chart, and they're a millennial. Or it's just something that happened during that time frame, and you don't have to even be alive during that time frame for something to have happened that will impact you later on in your life. Laws that were passed, just things, events happening that have an impact upon you, even though you weren't even there for those events. It's the type of energy that's coming through. So you have Uranus, the thumb, wasted, and it's a 89. A wasted thumb means a distinct tapering between the knuckle and the palm. It indicates an understanding of people and nature. Curious and easily distracted, you must discipline yourself to stay on track. So that is definitely a message to all of us. Aquarius energies is not to become distracted. Because of our curiosity, you'll be on one topic, and then before you know it, you'll see something else and be like, oh, that's interesting, I want to learn more about it, but you didn't finish what you were just studying. So finish that up before you move on to the next thing, because there's something there that you need, to know and be fully cognizant of it. And to stay disciplined in whatever work that you are doing. The Three of Pentacles, coming together with another person, a partnership, having all of these options available to you. Seven of Cups, and having to really stay focused and keep a self-control about you so that you won't get taken off of course. The next one is 90, Uranus, the thumb, for flexible. This indicates you rule with your heart. You listen to what your peers say and are overly concerned about what others think of you. That's not really Aquarius type of traits or energy. Mainly because, or let me rephrase. That's a lower vibrating Aquarius energy. Once you start to vibrate higher and encompass all of your chakras, or at the very minimum, the first set before you reach the higher octaves of the chakra energy, you're going to hit that heart chakra. And that one is going to be the one that allows you to have compassion for others, but it also gives you um, the knowing that you have to create boundaries for protection, security, and also as a show of love. Because if you don't have boundaries, that means you are okay with being ran over, and that means also that if you're okay with it, then other people should be allowed to do that to you because you're okay with it, right? That's not cool, right? So you have to have a certain type of love for self first before you can truly show compassion and true love to other people, or other living things, right? If you don't love yourself, how do you really know that you're showing true love, genuine love to others and other things? So, and also to know to not put other people above you, okay? There is no you are superior and you are inferior. No, we are all on the same level, baby. We all on the same level. You might have a higher position as far as social status in this world. This is the society as large. But at the end of the day, you are just as susceptible to the higher power as I am. You are not above me nor below me. We are eye to eye. So their opinions should not be more weighted than any other person's opinions. really they're just opinions. They hold no weight, right? So somebody's out there, hopefully not you, but if it is you, it's okay. We got to learn through these things, right? You have to learn that what your peers say, what the people around you say, your friends say, your whoever, whatever anybody else has to say about you or anything, is only an opinion. Okay? It's not more valuable than how you feel or your opinion. All right? And what others think of you is not the truth. They can think of you in one way, but that does not mean that is true fact and reality of who you are. Okay? I was just watching this and that's 92, so that means you need to put it into that type of thinking and allowing that type of energy into your world. I was just watching this short of this soldier who was suffering from PTSD, and he was having an episode, and his father, who's also a veteran, came, and elder man, white hair, but still had that spunk, still had that strength in him. And he came and he basically did a breathing exercise with his son, and he told everybody, shut up. Because there's always that one female, oh my God, like, shut up. Oh my God, I hate when they do that shit. I hate when they do that shit. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Anyways, he did the breathing exercise with him, and he was able to calm him down. And he was having a moment where he's like, but the thoughts, and his father was like, no, don't listen to them. The thoughts are not you. The thoughts are not you, and they don't have power over you. Don't listen to those thoughts. They are lying. They are not true. And he stopped. His son, like, it's almost like he came through in his mind, and he heard himself clear, saying, that's not me. Whatever those thoughts are, those aren't from me. They're outside. I can't listen to those thoughts. I won't listen to those thoughts. Those thoughts are not true. They're lying. Because essentially those thoughts would have, if he really listened to those thoughts and let them seep in and sit in and take root, he would have hurt himself and probably those around him. And that's not what he wanted. You can tell, like, he was preventing and all his strength to prevent that. And he just needed some help and support to make it pass, right? He could do it, but he just needed someone to tell him, you're doing good. You're doing okay. You got this. Keep going. And that's what his dad did for him. So hopefully that's what I'm doing for you today. Is letting you know you got this. Maybe you just needed an alignment check. Maybe you just needed somebody just to tell you those thoughts aren't your thoughts. Those thoughts aren't yours. They're not you. Don't listen to them. You're going to do great. You're going to succeed. Stay focused and don't let those thoughts distract you from your goal. Okay. The next one you got was 91. Uranus, another thumb. Stiff. If the tip of your thumb is stiff, this indicates you are argumentative and set in your ways. You have few but long-lasting friendships. You get things done, but always in your own way. Totally fine. Get it done. That's great. Just make sure you have compassion and you have balance, right? You don't want to be set in your ways and inflexible, because that goes against, the advice you just received. You don't want to be a pushover, and you don't want to be overly concerned with other people's opinions about you, but you also want to rule with your heart, meaning that you have compassion for those who need the compassion, who deserve the compassion. And you can be a hard, stiff thumb for those who need that, who don't need that soft, no. In that moment, that's not what they need. You know how to give people what they need in the moments that they need it. 1440 on the timer as I look on that. You know how to give people what they need. You know how to read human nature. Okay? You know how to read their nature. You probably studied psychology or took an interest into reading about books about the mind and how the mind works, human nature, human behavior, type of energy. Um, or maybe you're thinking about getting into that. This could be your sign that you should. It's going to be a very good field to go into, especially in the future. This Gen Alpha and Gen Zers, there's going to be a lot of depression. There's going to be a lot of mental anguish and a lot going on, especially when I'm thinking about the planetary alignments and transits. So if you are thinking about going into that field, please do so. They are going to need you. They're going to need you. Anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes I get emotional when I be thinking about the babies. 92, 92. Uranus, the thumb again. Let's see. A thick thumb suggests you take a back seat in life. Usually that's what Aquarians do. They usually go into the hidden, into the behind the scenes and backstage, they're the ones back there making the magic happen. They don't usually like to be out and about and in front. But when they are the star. Because you are the star, right? You're just a distant star. You're a star in the distance future. Okay? And so that's okay. This is suggesting that you take a backseat in life at times. Preferring to work behind the scenes, you are orderly and disciplined and learn best by repetition. I don't know about you, but I do. Do I have stiff thumb or thick thumb? I don't know. Um, let's see. You enjoy troubleshooting and fixing errors. Yes, you are a problem solver. Okay, that might help in whatever field that you are deciding to go into. You might decide to go into detective work or investigative work. Of course, before you can become a detective, you have to go through certain steps, like going through the academy and doing patrol or whatever their steps are before you can become a detective, right? You can't just jump into becoming a detective. So there's time that it takes to be able to reach these positions and these levels in life. And for you, you have reached a new level in life that probably quicker than you thought. And it required a lot of sacrifice. Speaking of sacrifice, you got something different, the Saturn ring, which is the middle finger. And it says you can tell a short Saturn finger if it reaches the top of the ring finger. Oh. This indicates someone who is traditional and conservative. You stick to what you know and find it difficult to take risk. You got 84, the Mercury. So there could be a Gemini in the mix. It could be a Virgo in the mix. Could be a Pisces in the mix. I don't know. I don't need to read all this. You are optimistic and adventurous. You are a fine singer, speaker, and musician. Give yourself more credit for your ideas. So some of you guys are really thinking about getting into the industry full force because you have a talent there when it comes to your orator skills, to your singing skills. Your voice is unique in some type of way, or it has some type of je ne sais quoi that attracts people, just really gets people. You know how like a Isaac Hayes type of voice, or a like a very unique voice. Okay, it doesn't have to be deep and raspy, or it could be. It's just something different about it that attracts people to you in some type of way. If you're not a singer, it just could be. You could be a voiceover actor, or you know what I'm saying. So some type of speaker, singer, or musician in some type of way. You have very creative ideas that need to be, you need to put those, you need to get them put out there, baby. And most importantly, you got 88. That's a really huge number for you. If you're seeing that a lot, that's letting you know you're on the right path. You're on the right path. And you do have abundance coming your way. And it says, you may lack of willpower. You are indecisive and too compassionate, often putting others' needs before your own. Learn to say no. Okay? That's them boundaries that you're going to be setting if you have not set them already. Do not feel bad about saying no. Some of you are already in that process of saying no more often to people and being okay with it. And initially you didn't feel good about it. It kind of makes you feel sad because you're always the one to say yes. But trust me, because I used to be that way too. Okay. I used to be kind of like a people pleaser. Like I always was trying to make people feel comfortable, make people feel happy. Oh, just going up and above for other people. And they ain't going to do the same thing for you. You might catch one or two who really, really, really care about you. So of course they're going to, show you that love back. But for the most part, that type of energy, love, compassion, and all that shit should be reserved for those people who have shown you and proved to you that they deserve that type of extra, extra love, right? Otherwise, it's a no. I had story time. Just one last story. Freaking Virgo lady, right? Sweetheart for the most part, but I already knew like it's a no. But I was too nice, okay? I was fucking too nice. So anyways, she's always walking up and down my hill in my neighborhood or whatever because she lives up the street. And so I already knew she had an alcohol problem and possibly drug problem, okay? Um Older lady, like this woman, I think she's like 70 something now. And she's been walking up and down my street for over a decade. Okay. So, I mean, when I was younger, in my 20s, she's been walking up and down the street. Okay. Now, when I was younger, I didn't really have, I had my job or whatever, but I had more time on my hands. So when she would walk down, I'd be like, oh, can I borrow a cigarette? Because I used to smoke. I quit. It's hard. It's tough. It sucks sometimes. Sometimes I really just want to grab one, especially when, oh my God, just let me, but I've been doing good. So anyways, she's of course smoked. So she would ask me for a cigarette. She'll ask me for a ride. Joe, just to the store, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I see you don't have a car. You can't get your license because let's be honest, you really shouldn't have a license because you might just hurt somebody because you be on that. Okay, be shaking. She be needing it so bad. Okay, like that. And I'm not making fun of her. I'm just being honest. This is what those types of addiction will do to you. Okay. And so anyways, once again, sweet lady, she's a Virgo, born the same day as my brother. So, I kind of have a soft spot. Okay. So I'm always saying yes, always saying yes, always saying yes. So recently, I want to say 3 years ago, something like that. I said enough is enough. I'm in my 30s. You still doing the same thing. You're in your 70s and you're still doing the same thing. And I'm aiding and abetting. I'm helping you out. And so finally I said, hell no, I'm done. I'm done. And I'd start telling her no. The first time, it was not, it kind of, I was, I'm sorry, I can't, it was really soft, kind of not confident. Sorry, no. And she tried to, push it. And I was just like, I can't, because I have to get here and I got work at this time. I can't. Okay. Next time. Nope. I'm busy. I have something I need to do. You keep coming. Yeah, it's only 15 minutes out of my world, but that's 15 minutes taking me away from something that will end up being 30 minutes taking me away from something. Before I know it, I didn't complete it because I'm over here trying to help you out. And I'm not helping you. I'm actually helping you hurt yourself. So just know that saying no sometimes will save a life. Okay? All right. So the 88, say no, have willpower, okay? To say no and putting yourself first. And so when I was doing the tarot, beyond the first three that popped out, I always like to look at the rest. So, you are in a very stable position. This is the King of Cups. As far as emotionally goes, you are diplomatic, at this point. You've went through so many other experiences where it's helped you to get to this point where people just can't rock your emotions like they used to. They can't trigger you like they used to. They really didn't want you to have this type of discipline and stability because they know that once you have really put your mind to something and you have said enough is enough, they know there's no stopping you. There's no stopping you. So they try to at least delay you as much as they could, but you are now in a more stable emotional position. Um, and also for some of you out there, there might be a Scorpio in the mix who is helping you or will be coming into the mix to partner up with you in some type of way. It could be romantic. We'll see. Or it could be something else. Let's see. So moving on from that, you have the Four of Pentacles. So, and it's upright. You could be holding on to something. I don't feel greed coming from this necessarily. I do feel like there may be some remnants of the past, some thoughts that you may be reminiscing upon or thinking about, or maybe distracting you a bit. But also, it could be like, once again, just having an alignment type of moment where you're taking a moment to truly realign yourself with what you are trying to do in your life and your goals. You have the Five of Pentacles after that. So what that realignment might be is you might have experienced financial loss. You might have, yeah, financial loss. And so now you're trying to repair your finances in some type of way. There might be credit repair going on in some type of way, but you're really recognizing your position, recognizing how your finances are going, and saying, okay, well, I need to start saving. I need to start budgeting. So this is not greed. Four of Pentacles greed. It's more so a Four of Pentacles. Start keeping the money to yourself. Don't tell everybody about any type of advancements that you might be having or any type of financial boost that you might be experiencing, because they're going to come in and try to, ride off of you, try to eat off of you like they did in the past. And so you got to show them that I ain't that same person that you once knew. In fact, I'm better. You picked the wrong day at the wrong time. So, and then after that, you have, what is this? The Five of Cups, the reversed. So that's a good energy. I have to say, especially coming off of this Five of Pentacles. It's almost like you're looking at what was lost and, everything that transpired, and all the things that happened, and you're kind of getting your strength back, and you're realizing that it could have been worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, there could have been, how do I put it? These are the losses that you need because they make you appreciate what you have and what you don't have to deal with anymore. It's like that type of energy. Um, it's like forgiveness. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's forgiving yourself for being who you used to be and accepting what you used to accept, and maybe doubting yourself or putting yourself down or not seeing your own worth and not seeing your own greatness, not realize, kind of like you allow other people and what they had to say to put you in a space or a state in which you believe them. And now it's like, nah, I see now, and I forgive myself for falling for that bullshit, right? After that, I swear, I seen these cards already, but I forgot the sequence and all that. So, y'all, Ten of Cups. After forgiving yourself, after forgiving others for what they did, not to say you forget, you still remember, but you're forgiving them. You're releasing that feeling, right? You're releasing those pent up emotions that you have held on to. You're releasing it, and not in a bad way, in a healthy way. Just like that soldier who was suffering from an episode, right? His father came in, and that was one of the words he said. Hopefully I can find it again. I'll repost it if I can. But he said it too. He said it. He was like, I want you to sit with those feelings. Sit with it. Feel it. And then decide, are you going to hold on or are you going to let it go? It's up to you, because if you let it go, you got some good things coming. 10 of Cups, y'all. Happiness, fulfillment, content, joyous celebration coming together in a union. Absolutely beautiful. Possibly some children in the mix. Some babies. Then you got the reader, right? Now this is different for this particular deck, the Fantome, I think, tarot deck. So they have the reader in there, and they also have, what is this? The artist, which goes right along with the palm thing. Now I gotta look for it. Yeah, here we go. The 84, when it says right there, you're optimistic and all that stuff, and then it says that you are a fine singer, speaker, and musician. That's why I got excited, because I remembered these two cards, the artist and the reader. And it's not to say that you'll be a tarot reader. You could very well, because you can see he's got his tarot with him. But it's more so of having a lot of like great ideas, being extremely creative. Um, you could be a reader as well. Um, your psychic abilities could definitely be increasing and heightening during this time. But I do feel for the majority of people, it's more so of getting back into getting your creative juices flowing again, healing that sacral chakra and that solar plexus chakra. So you have the creativity coming back to you like it used to. Those creative ideas that used to come to you all the time with ease will come back, and also your confidence within self, with that solar plexus being healed. You'll have confidence in what you're doing, right? Because you are talented, and you were a threat. You intimidated people with your talent, with your skills, with your intuition and your psychic abilities, with just all of who you are. You intimidated people, and that's why they came for you, because they didn't want you to be successful. Let me read the book real quick on what the reader and the artist, what it says that those are supposed to represent. I'm trying to remember, because I know it's like creativity and ideas, but I just want to make sure that I give you guys, God, damn book, come on. I just want to make sure that I give y'all the full. So reading the first one, which is the reader, it says, when it's upright, it's positivity, ascendancy, ascendancy. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Sovereignty, willingness to learn, and introspection. Willingness to learn. I like that. I think all Aquarius have that energy where you just love learning and obtaining knowledge. Anyways, it says the reader represents the person using the cards. The cards allow them to connect with their inner intuition and see beyond the horizon of their visual and mental horizon. The person on the card is looking towards their right side. This is symbolizing their wish to find the right answer to their question. In their left hand, there's a spread of cards, while their gaze is focused on the single card in their right hand, as you can see. This means that the cards need to be viewed as a whole and on an individual level to connect with them. The reader is also sitting on their own throne, which is symbolizing that they are the ones in control of their life. You're in control of your own life. You decide how this is going to work out. Mm-hmm. Yes, they need to be viewed as a whole. So, what does the artist say? The artist, creativity, new ideas, going beyond the everyday's world, visualization, and internal resourcefulness. Okay, staying with you see a person with closed eyes living in their own imaginary world. Artists are creative makers of the modern world. Through their inspirations, they bring the oh, hypo, hypothetical Jesus Artists are creative makers of the modern world. Through their inspirations, they bring the hypothetical into reality, and by doing so, they craft items to use or admire. The inspiration is often founded in the real world, creating the complete circle that can amplify itself through repetition. The cat on the card represents inspiration, while the floating cards between the hands represents the artist's output. The waterfalls represent a constant stream of new ideas. You can see that the artist is in a different state as they almost seem like they are floating. So, yeah, you're going to get a lot of great ideas coming through, but also remember your output. That's that willpower, and you may be lacking that. You may be lacking the motivation and the resolve to go forth and to do something. And Spirit is saying that the power is in your hand to create the reality in which you want to create. And not only that, you have these great ideas. You are very creative and you are the artist. So you can create the world in which you want to create in it. And the funniest part is that the world is right behind that. So that is a completion of a certain type of cycle in your life. And whenever there's a completion, that means you're moving into a new, right? So whenever something is ending, it only means that something new is beginning. So you're moving into the next level. The world card has all the fixed sign energy, and you are a fixed sign, Aquarius. So this new level is, you were supposed to move into this, but you can only make it up the steps after you recognize certain things about yourself that have stopped you from progressing. The not being able to establish, you know, healthy boundaries and being able to say no to people, being too compassionate and too willing to help, even when you weren't receiving the help that you needed. All of that is going to end so that you can move to the new level. Because when you move to this new level, yes, there's new devils, but also there's new opportunities and there's new temptations. Okay, so all the temptations that they threw at you during this past cycle, and some of it worked, but a lot of it didn't, right? But for the ones that did work, you recognized it, you grew from it, you learned from it, and you made sure the next time around it didn't work, right? Well, once you get to that new level, the devils already know that you passed those tests. You made it through those trials and temptations. So they got to make something new, right? If money won't get you, right? Something else could, right? So being prepared for that, knowing that nothing is ever truly done and completed, that is always something to follow. What's to follow? The lovers. You're going to unite with somebody. It could be a Gemini because it's heavy with that Mercury card and all that. It could be a Gemini. It could be a water sign, especially with this King of Cups. It could be a Scorpio. And this World card, it most definitely could be a Scorpio, and it most definitely could be a Gemini coming into the mix that you're going to partner up with, that you're going to work with, that you have this great idea that the two of you is going to make something. What are y'all going to make? Somebody from the past. Ooh, some of y'all going to have some babies too. And maybe that's what you're going to make. Y'all two have to come together to create a child that's going to do some amazing things. Okay. But if that's not the case, then it's somebody from the past. That's how you'll know who they are. And that's, once again, that's the Six of Cups. So very well could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, heavy on the Scorpio. But it's someone from the past that you're going to unite with. You have past history with them. Okay. The Six of Pentacles, yo. Oh my God, heavy give and take. So they could be an earth sign as well. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Wow. I'm like getting excited for you, Aquarius. I'm over here getting hot just thinking about it. not hot like that, but Anyways, lots of give and take, beautiful reciprocity, very diplomatic and working with each other, very balanced, very centered individuals. It's like you two are two peas in a pod. You work so perfectly together. 666. Yeah. How the hell am I just looking at these and it didn't pop in my head? 666. Yo, that's not a bad number. Okay. It's not the number of the devil or anything like that. Okay. It's actually a really, really good number. If you use it properly, if you use the energy of that properly. But 666, you guys are like, that's your match. You're going to meet your match. You're going to meet your match, your perfect confidant, your perfect companion. I don't even want to say counterpart, because it's like, even though that's not a bad word, it just doesn't feel like that matches. Like, this is your companion. This is your partner. This is who you're supposed to be with, yo. And I didn't even know that was behind there. Oh my God. Okay, so what's this one? The King of Swords, yo. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry, I'm trying not to cuss as much, yo. The King of Swords, yo, with the Ace of Wands. Y'all two, whoever this coupling is, y'all gotta come together. Okay, so it could be a sibling. Okay, it could be a sibling. It could be a romantic partner, or it could be just a friend. Okay, a friend, a classmate, someone you grew up with, something like that. Y'all gonna come together. You're gonna partner together. You're gonna make investments together. You're gonna work together, and there's gonna be a lot of travel coming through. I'm very determined to do something. It's a project or something that you guys have. For others of you, it's going to be an actual baby. It's going to be creating a family, and it's a spirit baby coming through. Like, y'all see that it's supposed to be an angel, but I'm getting spirit baby coming through. So definitely there's going to be a child for a large majority of you. But yes, you're finally going to have balance to your finances for once, and then also your emotions. Oh my goodness, this is someone who is just like you, who they're going to be very honest, very truthful, very straightforward. They're going to be someone who stands with integrity. And like I said, you guys have great ideas. You're going to birth something really, really good coming through. 7 of Pentacles, like I said, making the right investments, investing into each other, and getting the 8 of Pentacles, which is the ultimate payoff, which is getting rewards back, right? Getting something back. You're going to move from that house. You guys are going to probably move into your own house together. You got the 4 of Wands reversed. Yes, it's going to be a tower moment. A super huge moment is going to happen, which is going to shake things up. But it's not going to be seen as a bad thing. Right behind the tower is the star. It's going to be seen as something so beautiful. So healing. It's the tower that you needed. Behind the star is the moon, letting me know that secrets will be revealed, that things that were hidden in your subconscious that were hurting you, they're going to be healed. Those thoughts that you had that weren't true, the things that people put on you, yes. You're going to find a friend. You're going to have a friend who's loyal to you. You're going to establish a new family. And not just a family like, okay, you guys come together, have kids, you got a family. No, more than that. It's going to be friends, people who are just on the same mindset as you. You are reestablishing your foundation so that it matches you, that there's a balanced matching going on and happening. Yes, I'm not going to continue going. Let's just say it looks really good. You're going to have stability in this bitch. Oh my God. It's so beautiful. Okay, so let's just do real quick, just because, I mean, why not? I'm going to give you, it's 44 minutes. Oh my God. These long ass readings. Give me something that Aquarius needs to know right now. Some advice for Aquarius. What do they need to know right now? Aquarius. Clearing debts. Credit repair. Clear them debts. Make those sacrifices. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. So don't clear that debt just to put yourself back into debt. When them loan offers come through and you over here, because the loan offers and the credit card offers and all that shit only comes through when they see you working on your credit and you building your credit back up and it's getting better. It does not mean that you're going to get those loans or get approved for those loans. And even if you do, you're going to put yourself back into a position, right? Like the Virgo, Cat Williams said, if you don't have the money today, you won't have it tomorrow. Don't get those next day payday loans or whatever the hell. Leave them things alone, okay? Get yourself out of debt. For me personally, I'd rather be broke, not a dime to my name, but all my bills is paid. That will give me so much. Like, you would have thought I got $1 million in my bank account, but the way I act, because that's freeing. It frees you of obligations beyond your capabilities at that time. If you're in debt, that means you are burdened and bound. And if you're an Aquarius, we don't like that. We like being free. So be free of debt. All right. Let's get some more advice for Aquarius. Plus, you don't want to be getting into a relationship. Let's say you get married and you're going to marry your partner and add debt to their life. Like, no, you want to be as free as possible so that you're not adding bad things to your partner, but you're adding good things. Block out distractions. Okay, that's extremely important. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. I can make you put your phone down. I can make you put your phone down. Detox your friendships. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. If they are not all three, they must be freed. Okay? I know that sounds so mean. Trust me, Aquarius. I know. I've been there. I've been at that point where it's like, no, you gotta be kind to people, and you still gotta be kind to people. You don't just go around being a bitch. Like, I can be a bitch if I want to, but why? Like, why? If you didn't do anything to deserve that type of energy, I'm not gonna give it to you. If anything, I'm gonna just, be cool off you. But it's saying that you got some people around you that are blocking your prosperity. They're blocking your abundance, and they're blocking your ability to thrive, because they're coming at you they're evil eyeing you. They're giving you negative ass energy. Like, I had this one friend, I got a new car. Mind you, the car I had before, I love that car, but it was giving me back problems because the seats were messed up and I needed to get that fixed. But I really didn't want to spend $4,000 to fix a seat off a car I bought for $3,000. It's one of those cars, like, I just trying to get from A to Z, like, I ain't tripping on how I look, just get me from A to Z and be safe and shit. So I sacrificed my physical health, essentially, because my back, I had to go to a chiropractor and get my shit realigned, because I was driving for 3 years in that car and with messed up seat. And so it, finally the car went kaput on that. And so I had to go get a new car. I already knew I was planning for 3 years while I had that car. I was planning on buying a new car anyways. So it just sped up the process, right? And it happened early this year, right before my birthday. And so I got a new car, and I got the car that I wanted, and I got it for a good deal. They was, they helped the sister out, and it's a luxury car or whatever, but whatever. I worked for this shit. I worked hard for this. It doesn't change me. Like, I don't care who rides in it with me. Like, I'm not one of those type of people, But I do remember the people who didn't want to ride with me in my beat up old RAV4. I remember those people who, they had to take an Uber because something was happening with their car. And so I'm being me, like, oh, I'll take you. Your house is only like 10 minutes away. Less than that. You don't have to pay money for an Uber. You don't have to give me gas money. Like, it's okay. I seen the look on their face when they looked at my car, because it wasn't a BMW or a Mercedes or a Lexus. It wasn't new. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was a Toyota, if it was new, they probably would have got in. That's what I needed to see before I got into my luxury car. I needed to see that. And that's the same for you. You got people around you need to get away from, because as soon as you get into your nice new shit, as soon as you level up, are they really for you? Or are they snakes in the grass that you let slither around for way too long? And also with this new car, that's when I found out someone who I thought was my friend started to say certain things that made me go, that's not something a supportive friend would say. Actually, you sound like you kind of hating. When I tell you, it hurt me. I don't cry for much, but the years of my shadow, working through my shadow self, those were probably the most I've ever cried. And the moment that I realized that the people I cared about the most were some of the ones who were coming for me. First of all, I felt stupid. Not really, but colloquially speaking, I felt so stupid. Because out here in the Bay Area, we go stupid, we go dumb. But anyways, I felt stupid because I already knew my chart, but I didn't understand it. I didn't fully comprehend my chart, my astrology chart, my natal chart. I knew that bitch, but it wasn't until I went back and I reread it for some, I don't know what I was looking at. And I read, oh, how did I miss this? That 12th house hidden enemy. I'm not going to tell you all my chart, but basically let me know. Duh, girl. Of course they're going to be your friends and family members and people that you really thought were for you, because that's that 12th house. You're going to have a lot of them. You got a lot of energy in your 12th. You got a lot of planetary energy in your 12th house. You got a lot of aspects happening. Freaking course. So this is for you, Aquarius. When it says going back and all the things that you have learned, and now it all makes sense. So now that you can move forward, knowing how to move forward, the best way to move forward, because you already went through it. You already learned everything that you need to learn. Nowadays, in my new car, I don't say no because I think I want you sitting on my seats, my leather seats, and bitch, please, I don't care. The point when I say no is because I don't want that energy sticking off of you and landing around me. You can keep that over there. This is my sanctuary. You got me fucked up. Anyways, I love y'all. Get these people away from you. Don't be distracted. Keep your willpower about you. Clear those debts. Anything else? Oh, you got something coming. You got money coming. You got money coming. And because you got money coming, you should already know there's people who don't deserve to be around you when you prosper, because when you weren't doing so well, they weren't there for you like they should have been. And so they can't be there with you when you on top. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. You already know what's up.